As you know, we're looking at how President Trump's federal takeover of the D.C. Police Department and the deployment of federal forces is having an effect on residents. Another major focus is the impact on the city's unhoused population. So the White House says the D.C. Police Department will work to dismantle remaining homeless encampments, and those who don't comply by moving to shelters or accessing mental health or addiction services could face fines or even jail time. Ward 8 Advisory Neighborhood Commissioner Tom Donohue recently sent an alert out to his constituents outlining what this could mean for residents in his area, and he is joining us now live to talk about the impact. Tom, thank you for being here with us.
No problem, Enzo. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so in your alert, you mentioned longer ER wait times and potential disruptions. What should residents in Ward 8 expect as these operations begin? What are you seeing right now?
Well, I think what we're concerned about is that having a large response of our unhoused being dislocated or being moved from where they're normally supposed to be and having nowhere to go, that we're going to have a large increase of folks going to emergency rooms. So I think it's important that we understand, what we need to go to emergency rooms for and be patient with everyone. As people are being sort of scurried away from where they normally are and have nowhere to go, we may find folks going to the ER for, treatment and just basically having somewhere to go as well.
Yeah, and Tom, have you heard from hospitals or emergency services at all about how they plan to handle this potential patient surge?
I think it's a big communication between the community, our faith-based partners. It's important to stress what you go to emergency rooms for versus an urgent care or family care, your family doctor. Things like, having a cough or things that aren't necessarily a nature of an emergency really should be taken care of at the local urgent center or your primary care doctor. We want to reserve the emergency rooms for those actual emergencies, because showing up in emergency rooms, the hospitals have to care for you. They can't just turn you away and say, look, you need to go to an urgent care. We need to save these beds for actual emergencies. We're still having, other crimes that are being committed. So we need to make sure that the beds are there for our most urgent patients. And so our community just needs to be aware of that.
Yeah, and I do want to point out, Tom, that we have reached out to area hospitals for comment, but we have yet to hear back on this issue. I also want to point out that the point-in-time data estimates that about 5,600 people are classified as unhoused in the district, but you only have 3,200 emergency shelter beds available. So what's being done to help those folks right now?
Look, it's important that we acknowledge that our unhoused are our neighbors. We need to care about them and let them know that we care about them as well. We can't just send everyone to the hospital or the emergency rooms. To take these folks off our streets as though they're not our neighbors is inhumane, and we need to reach out to them, especially on these really hot days. Make sure that they are being treated well, that they've got the water, that they got the tools that they need. But ripping them off the streets or telling them to get off the streets or going to jail or getting a fine, it's like, what is that really going to do? Oh, we're going to fine you. They don't care about fines. Going to jail to, fill up our jails, not the answer. We have to work together as a community, work with our faith-based communities to come up with a solution and a fix to this, because we just can't take them off the streets and just can't move them away for somewhere else.
Yeah. So, Tom, I have about 15 seconds left. What do you think of the city's response so far, the mayor's response to all of this?
Look, this is a delicate line that the mayor has to walk. We don't want the president to take any further steps. So downplaying and understanding the executive order, I think, is really important, because it tells us exactly what she can and cannot do.
Ward 8 Advisory Neighborhood Commissioner Tom Donohue, thank you so much for being here with us. Keep us updated.
Thanks, Lorenzo.